Ba 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 na na ba na ba. I'm gonna send out a tweet real quick, but if anyone literally just jumped in, hello. I'm gonna be playing a little Breath of the Wild today because I want to play more, and I want to play more on stream. Let me give a little tweet out real quick before I forget, because I will. Where are my buttons? Here we go. Let me do my old Breath of the Wild arcs. I think that one's fun. I straight up cannot remember last night if I played any more off of stream. I might have, I just can't recall specifically. Where'd my stuff go? Come on, panels. Come on. Okay, here we go. Right, the tweet real quick. And image description. What are the friggin' jelly things called? The choo-choo? I think it's called a choo-choo. I can't specifically remember. Choo-choo monster with a sword. Yeah, that's good enough. Da-da. And the stream link, and then we'll be good to go. I've also got my lunch with me, so if you hear any little, like, munching sounds, my apologies. What's my Twitter? Not Twitter, my Twitch. I used to copy and paste my Twitch link every single time, and it just got easier that I would just type it out real quick. Because now I just remember it very effectively, so. A key. Alright, I think we're all good to go. Let me just get my phone open so I can check Twitch while we're going. I don't have any idea how long I'm going to play today. I think I'm just going to play until I feel like stopping for the day. I did not get... I did check, because I was supposed to have an Amazon delivery coming today. And they haven't messaged me that it's arrived. But when I checked Amazon, they said that it arrived, like, 20 minutes ago. They just didn't say anything. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but I don't know. Also, I may have to pause midstream depending on how long we go and what happens. If I get a message from work, there's some sort of thing happening today that was supposed to get taken care of yesterday at work, but literally no one that we contacted was like, yeah, we don't know what's going on and we don't care. And then today, suddenly people decided it was going to be a problem and that we had to fix it. So, if I suddenly get a call from my manager, I may have to take a quick pause and maybe send some messages. But hopefully it shouldn't happen. But crossing my fingers. I've also got some chicken marinating with tzatziki sauce that I made last night. I'm gonna try and make, like, chicken gyros tonight. And very excited about that. I haven't, like, properly... Like, I've made a variation of tzatziki in the past, but I never, like, properly made it. And it's quite good. I like it. And I never thought of the idea of just putting tzatziki sauce on toast. As like basically a toast topping. And I was surprised at how good it was. I really like it. Okay. Last time we left off, there was this bridge problem. So, I don't think I'm gonna be able to take Reed with me. But I'm pretty positive I'll be able to cut down some trees and maybe make a bridge. It's just gonna take a hot minute, or I'll just have to get a better vantage point and fly down. Both could work. I'm just gonna move... I'm gonna move Reed over to the stable. I guess not the stable, the X stable. Just so that it's a little bit nicer on him. He's standing out here in the cold, and it's a little chilly. And there's this overhang over here that he can hang on underneath. It is a real wind chill. Is that Flint? I don't think I've actually investigated this spot last night, so I'm just gonna take some stuff. Take this firewood. Thank you. There's gotta be an axe around here somewhere, or some sort of axe-like thing. Dang it, I don't have a room. Where is my weapons? What do I not need? Where's my spoon sword? Have I lost it already? Yeah. Heartbreaking. I'm not gonna use this thing, the bouncy stick. I don't use those things, really. I'll keep the flame emitter just in case, and I'll get rid of... I'm not using this. I'm just gonna get annoyed by it. I like the idea of the bouncy stick, but it's not really beneficial for how I like to play, which is just run and cry and scream. Can I pick this up? No. I am a little sad. I do like the weapon system overall, but I am a little sad because it was such a highlight for me when I would come across an axe in the previous game. It was a very exciting time because it was one of my favorite just weapons in general. But it's a fine sacrifice for this fusing system that I think is pretty cool. Okay, so we've got more than enough trees, most likely, so I'm not worried about amounts. The question is just, how do I put it together? I think what I'm gonna do is build it along this road. Can I actually build it here? It's like, if I can build it here and just keep testing the length of it. Yeah, that should work. Let me just start chopping down trees along this road. Any pine cones? Pine cones? I need to do some stuff with the pine cones. They keep implying that it's gonna be edible, which was surprising to me. No, no more pine cones, at least in the immediate area. Okay, let's start chopping down the trees. And make sure that we're doing it in so I don't lose it. And... oh, these take only 2 chops. That's very convenient. These are really thin trees. I'm kind of surprised. What is this? Why is wheat here, of all things? I doubt that'll make it across. I'll chop down just one more tree, and then we'll start testing. Convenient that they're not long enough to hit that thing. I'm assuming that was intentional. I'll be surprised if this is enough already, because I feel like 4 trees is not very many to have to utilize, but I won't be mad, obviously. I don't know. And if I did chop down too many trees and I only needed 3, I can use this last one to stabilize it, so it doesn't start roll around. I'm actually pretty confident this might work. I feel like it's long enough. The trees ended up being longer than I expected, so that's part of my surprise, I think. Alright, now we're testing. Is it picked up or is it, like, dragging on the ground? Okay, you're dragging... You touched something, so let me... go here. I can't see anything. Are we good? It's like, I'm unsure of what's happening. I don't think I can just... Is it stuck on something, or is it just long? Okay, I don't think... Oh, I need way more. We need definitely a few more trees. Okay, that's cool. We'll need... I'm gonna chop down 3 more and see how that is. Yeah. Free time! I really need to do some of these pine cones. Oh, Korok frond. I'm happy they've kind of done away with the Korok leaf weapon, because that thing was just useless for the most part. Why is there wheat falling from these trees? What is this? Oh, I don't want that. I don't understand the why wheat is what's happening here. It's interesting. I'm just very surprised. As someone who has literally, like, farmed wheat before, it's not really something that you find here. Okay. Alright, let's connect that and test out version 2. This might go across. No. This is gonna be interesting to get across, because I think I remember it being stuck. Okay. Not a... You're stuck on something. Okay, we're going. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Okay. I just need to get past this so I can just see. Is the weight of it too... heavy? Oh wait, I'm dumb. Okay, you, now we go down. Great, okay. Alright, I'm gonna grab just something to anchor against this, because I don't necessarily trust this not to immediately fall. Or roll. Rolling's gonna be the worst thing. I can just grab a box, I think. Yeah, let's grab a box and fuse that, and that should be enough to stabilize, at least. And I know I can't save scum. I've already tested enough that save scumming does not work with this kind of stuff, as it doesn't remember what you've built. Okay, that should be good. Let me just save in case I just fall off and die in a stupid way. Though granted, it won't really kill me. That'll just make me lose a heart, and then I go back, so... no real point to saving, but... it's an instant. Don't... why are you pushing it? I'm gonna jump onto this link. Alright, this is gonna be slow, but it's gonna get us there. We already fell. Can I climb? Please don't tell me they're expecting me to, like, double up on this, because that would be a lot more trees that I don't want to build. Can I just straight up not climb on this? No. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because I can just build on this structure. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna start getting more trees. And just attaching it, because that would be a nightmare to deal with. Getting across. If I just hit you... or my pine cones. Another lid. Great. I don't remember how I lost my other lid. I'm assuming I did, I just don't know where it went. How many... I used 7 to get across, so the most I'll need is probably 6. I'll chop down 3, reinforce the bridge, and then see what else I need. I keep thinking that says Korok food. And I know it doesn't, but... you attach to you. What am I doing here? Something I do want today is I want... What did you fuse to? No. I want to go to Costco today at some point. Or today or tomorrow. I know Sunday's a lot busier typically at Costco's, but, like... Yeah. I don't really mind it. I just kind of keep my head down and do my own stuff. Stop fusing to the branch! Come on. Come on. Okay, thank God. But yeah, I like having the dried mango they sell there. And the instant ramen that I really liked, I just ran out of. So I want to get more of that. I want to get some more dried mango. And I know there's something else I wanted to get, but I can't remember right now. And there's other stuff I need to get to at the store as well. I'm out of big bandages because I burned my arm last week. And I was using the big bandages as, like, what's the right word for it? I was using it to protect it while it was healing. And now I'm out of big bandages, so I need to get more. In case stuff happens again. That's too big. I'm afraid I'm gonna fuse it, and it's gonna be at this weird angle. There's something. Okay. That's not terrible. It's just not convenient when this box is, Go to the box, please. And you need to rotate. Can you rotate? You should. Just rotate. I roll you over. Upsy daisy. Are you caught on something? Why are you not turning? And back up. What are you doing? I'm so confused. I think this broke. Come on. You can get it. I believe in you. It's just stuck. Oh, no. The world's starting to lag a bit. What are you wanting to accomplish? It's like wanting to turn, but it keeps getting caught on stuff, so I can't tell what it's trying to do. Where you want to go, bud? You just gonna keep turning? Okay, I'm gonna drop it, actually. Why you... Stop it. So I need more trees, that's obvious enough. I'm just gonna move it to a flatter ground so I have something easier to work on. Do I keep hearing ticking sounds? The great ticking. I need to be facing this way. And roll. Okay. Let's grab some more trees and just reinforce it here and then put it back. Tree branch? I think I just need 3 more. And 1. Frog! I need something that can deal with the... That's not where I'm getting the wheat, right? No, okay, it's just cutting that down. I'm gonna sit up straight. And 1 more. Maybe not this one. This one looks a little big. Oh, hold up. That's a big-ass tree. More pine cone. I want to see what this tree has to offer. I always get suspicious about the big trees. Especially ones that appear to glow. What's the winter music? It's so pretty. You can make a picture for a Christmas calendar here, Link. Do you observe the holiday? Yeah. Now, the real question is, what side do I have all of my stuff on? Okay. This is good. And we fuse. Yeah, I don't necessarily need everything to be spaced connected to each other, because I can hop in theory. Well, I'll put it back, actually. I don't necessarily need everything to line up specifically. Let me detach this. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Oh, I went underneath it, apparently. Link, you gotta stop pushing it. Push it to the limit. Oh my god. Why is this tree so big? Oh, it's a big one. Hey, Link. Hit side on. Oh, I just needed the big trees. Okay. That should be good enough. Now we just have to get it back over there. I'm gonna try and straighten it out first, so I'm not just dealing with a big, long stick. Okay. Here we go, and drop it. I wish I could pick it up and hung it... Oh. Ooh. That was so pretty! Oh! That was so lovely. I loved that. Oh, I need something over here. That last tree is gonna be useful. My god. Sometimes I impress myself. Here we go. Alright, now we should get over there just fine. Here we go. The big hurdle's just gonna be getting through this opening first. We're making it. We're making it fine. Okay. Oh, what are we stuck on? What are we stuck on, boys? There we go. No, come on. Come on. Yes, it should be perfect. We save. There we go. A serviceable bridge. I almost fell off immediately. Let me just crouch again, just to be safe. We're moving slow, but we're moving securely, and that's what's important. How is everyone's weekend going, by the way? Any fun plans going on? Any fun relaxing or new games being played outside of Breath of the Wild, or also Breath of the Wild? How are y'all enjoying this game if you're also playing it alongside? I am having a very delightful time with this game. There's definitely a lot in it. And... Oh. Okay, I almost just fell. That's fine. Okay, I'm at least over here. Let me just crawl up here. Good. I hope there's a shrine over here so I can just teleport again, because that was not something I want to do every single time. Can I break this? I wonder if there's fish here. Any fish? Not that I can see. Fair enough. More pine cones. I remember previously these were salmon patches, if I remember correctly. God, imagine if this bridge fell out underneath me. wonder if that's ice down there, actually. Hold on a second. Okay, no, it's open water. The waves are moving. That would have been cool if it was ice, though. Just the whole thing is just frozen over. I have my other earbud in. I've only been hearing sound in one ear, so let me plop that in. There we go. Surround sound, as God intended. Now let's see what's up with the Ritos. Besides them just freezing. This had to be terrifying. I'm surprised the upheaval caused this. I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about the upheaval to understand how it could be impacting the weather of all things. And what are we hiding in here? Okay. I could use a bow, though. I'm drastically missing bows. I wonder how other people have gotten over here. Something here? I'm gonna get that pine cone real quick, and then we're gonna test this out. I've got fire. I don't use it much, but I do have it. Did it pop? No. Ooh. Hey! More stuff, more stuff. Ooh. We will take that. Again, I need to go back to the tutorial area. I need to improve my battery. I keep forgetting. Let me start running now. Ooh, maybe I can find a prayer spot and actually increase my hearts. So I desperately need to do that. I just don't know if the Ritos have an established area of prayer. Do the Rito practice religion? Do you reckon? Is this it? There she is! Little Chumby. You have conquered the shrines and claimed their lights of blessing. In exchange for lights of blessing, we will amplify your being. Tell me what you desire. I'm like a heart container right now. I'm dying. Yes. I shall grant the power you seek. Thank you. There's a lot of shrines I could do. I've just been avoiding them. They were not a priority for me, fun-wise. Gotta seep the darkness out of my body. Now I have 5 hearts. Maybe things will stop killing me in one shot less often. Go to the world. Do good. My final message. My final message. Save the world. Goodbye. Oh, the babies! Are these the original babies? Oh, they're so small. How are things going, mister? I'm about to practice our song. It's called the Song of the Stormwind Arc. We're all gonna sing it together to save our village from the upheaval. Oh, oh, buddies. Are you gonna listen to our song, mister? Let's hear it. Yay! We love an audience, so we'll give it our best for you. Everyone ready? And a 1, and a 2, and... Once a god fell from heaven, stilling the Hebrew winds. The heavens grew lifeless, just as the air below thinned. With the world in upheaval, we pledged to help the Lord. A line of ships soaring, built as a passage skyward. The gods ascended to heaven, leaving behind an ark. Its winds brought us new life, thanks to its great divine spark. So they do practice religion. You know, the song about the ark that saved Rito Village a long, long time ago. Something bad happened then, just like it's happening now. Hey, that Stormwind arc. Is it really real? I'd be so happy if it was. It definitely is. Papa told me it always watches over us, high in the sky. We could sure use its help from this awful blizzard. Most of the adults aren't around anymore because of the weird weather. Well, where'd they go? They just left you here? Well, if we don't have the Ark, we don't have the adults. And we don't have the adults, it's up to us kids to take care of the village. This is the start of a really fun young adult novel. Or animated show. Probably novel. Practice over today. Jinli, you're in charge of the food. And Molly, we'll need you to make arrows. Yeah! We've got jobs to do, so let's do them. Hey! Yeah! Hi. Kid power. I love these children. I hope nothing horrible happens to them. Oh! Hi, little guy. So what's your role? Not. Would you like the Song of Stormwind, mister? I can sing it again for you if you want. I'm good. I'll be practicing the song here, so let me know if you change your mind. Okay. That implies that this will be important, probably. What's this? Swallow's Root, home of the world-famous Rito Downbed. Oh, it's like a stable. Oh, are you in charge? Hey, kid. Oh, are they tall or am I just tiny? I'm probably tiny. Aw, no, I did it again. The beds are too soft and inviting. Oh. Yeah, a customer who's sleeping? I wasn't sleeping. Not me. Welcome to the Swallow Roost Inn. We don't have any guests at the moment, so rest easy and rest well. A soft regular bed is 20 rupees, and a silky soft Rito downbed is 500. What does that mean? It's made of lots of Rito feathers. It's soft and fluffy and gives the best sleeps ever. That's a little odd that your, your whole thing is, what's it called? It's made of you. But you know what? If you're happy, that's fine. I'm happy for you. Let's see. If you only sleep in one bed here at the Swallow's Roost, make it that one. As soon as my head hits the pillow, it's like someone threw a blanket over me, not that I use the beds. When you wake up again, you'll be full of energy and ready to go. I'm assuming that means that that will fill it up more. The hearts, but I'm not interested at the moment in sleeping. My hearts are fine. Yes, there's a shrine, thank God. I need fish, though. I have some fish. Do you need fish? Hi. Well, tummies make for a happy Rito. That's why I like learning new meals out of the recipe book. I saw one in there that I know everyone would love. A fish pie made with stemonica bass? That doesn't sound yummy. I'm assuming that's a stamina-boosting fish, which I don't have. Problem is, I can't leave the village to catch a stemonica bass, thanks to this dumb blizzard. I have everything else. Tabantha wheat, goat butter, rock salt. Oh, okay. So that's just to make the pie. But if I'm gonna make a fish pie, I need the fish. I need stemonica bass. Okay, good to know. I'll keep an eye out for that. Hi! What do you got? A customer! Welcome to the Slippery Falcon General Store. Thanks for stopping by in spite of the weather. So, what can I do for you? I'm here... What is this place? This is a shop where you can buy cooking ingredients plus all sorts of other stuff. Like, we haven't got much business since the blizzard took out the bridge. Hey, mister, have you seen the building across with the big horse on top of the bridge? The people there make these kind of thin books called newspapers. They used to be our best customers, but I haven't heard from them in a while. Can we do anything? No. Sorry, our shelves are kind of empty. It's because of all the heavy storms. If you need food like fish or mushrooms, you could try poking around in the caves outside of town. There's a bunch of caves along the road to the east, even more of them in Hebra Mountains. So this is goat butter, I presume? Okay, it's goat butter. And that's sugar. The milk? Oil jar. A mild oil extracted from plant seeds. It's very versatile in cooking and can coax flavors from ingredients used in many dishes. Also good for adding fuel to fire. Huh, okay. That's a new thing. And then arrows, which I don't need. But good to know. How do I get to you? You're just down here. Okay. Great. Gataka Shrine. Interesting. I'm glad it's here, because it would be ass to have to do that bridge every time to get over here. I'm gonna see if there's anything else down here before I proceed. Oh, there's something over here. Oh, that's probably something. You know, I was informed when I would enter this Rito area, I would probably just be handed a shirt. I have not been handed a shirt, so I'm a little disappointed. Maybe this is it? Put that down. Hello? Free stuff? That's fine. Not amazing, but it's fine. I like this whistling here. It's creepy in a very fun way. Oh, I don't think I want to do this right now. Sure. Yeah, that was fine. What was that in the distance, actually? 1 second. Korak seed. Where did it... You. Oh, this is just a shrine I opened up previously. I was so like, what is that? It's fine, though. It's probably the majority of the interesting things to immediately find, so let's go back. Actually, what's over here? More stuff to poke around and see. That's not gonna be easy to scale up. You know what will be easy to scale up? This. Yeah. Quick access. I'm surprised there's no adults around, it's just kids. Like the parents just abandoned the children? Brazen Beak, we've got you covered. But I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, this is the clothing. Yay, I love this shirt. It's so pretty. What's up? Things are coming in, even though it's snowing so hard. It's cold in the village, but it's even colder on top of the mountain. You'll freeze solid at the peak if you don't find a way to keep warm. Luck of you, we sell warm clothes. What brings you to shop today? Are you leaving, mister? Let me give you a neat tip first. People are finding more caves all the time on the road east of here and on the way up the Hebrew Mountains. Caves are nice because they're warm. You can hide out from the cold here if you don't have our clothes. Plus, you can find shiny ores inside the sparkly rocks inside. We'll pay a lot for those ores, and so will the folks at the general store, so keep an eagle eye out for them. Okay. So that's more than this. That's disappointing. It's... Yeah, I still don't have a headdress. This is expensive. I don't have money. How much would you buy for some of these gems I have? You explicitly mentioned the gemstones, so I'm a bit more hopeful. Oh, I would need to sell a lot. I wish I could sort by... Can I sort by price? No, that's sad. Let's see here. I don't think these are worth selling, necessarily. No, we'll refrain from selling. I can still deal with the cold. When you're freezing outside, duck inside in a cave. Yeah. I'm assuming I'll need, like, a level 2 of freeze protection at some point. I just haven't run into an area yet where that became necessary. Snow quill tunic. I'm surprised the headdress is what's the most expensive, and not the... No, the headpiece as opposed to the shirt. Okay. Oh, nothing's here. Okay, that might just be a relic from last time. Where's the big bird? Oh, bless, there's a cooking spot here. Pot lid. Any ingredients just around? Stealing is cringe, but you never know. So I think I remember hearing that... No, pumpkins are at Kakariko Village, not here. Let me finish up my curry. I got these big wooden spoons recently, and it just makes me so happy to eat with them. Oh, don't overflow. Don't overflow. No! I poured soda very brazenly into a cup. And it, it almost overflowed. I have a pretty good knack for being able to pour soda into cups without making it run over, but it does not work every single time. Okay. Do I want to cook anything? I'm wondering if I need maybe additional cold protection, just in case, but I've got these cold elixirs. I don't have enough just, like, regular healing food, though, so that would be good to get. I'm also out of the typical healing stuff, so... Let's see, banana... Did I see something? I have this now. I have rare prime meat. What was it? It was one... It was a prime meat... A fish... Let me see. Let me think. I'm gonna message... Let me message my friends who were playing, because they had something that was like rare prime meat, fish... It was like prime stew. That was what it was called. I hope they respond quickly. What was the recipe for the rare prime meat stew thing? Like prime meat, fish, tomato, sugar, something like that. We were hanging out on Thursday and playing. It was something like that, but I can't remember specifically, and I want to make it. It's not going to be necessary right now, because it's going to way overfill my hearts, but it would be fun. I just need to make small things right now, though. My hearts aren't big enough to warrant a lot of stuff. So this just... Tomatoes just make you heal more hearts. Hold. I wonder what cooking one of these does. Like, what does the game consider it? Just simmered tomato. Okay. That's great. Let me just cook a couple of these. Yep. And last thing, let's do like a 3 hearts thing. Hold, and how about... How about a mushroom? Yeah, just a nice mushroom. That sounds so good. I've got some canned diced tomatoes. I should make like soup or something one of these days. This week. So you hear the whistling, but it's getting softer. Starting to sound dire now. Goodness. I imagine someone's gonna be at the top of this pathway that's gonna kind of give me some plot. Yep. Oh, did I get a message? No, I did not. What is this, though? Alright, back to Twitch. Okay. Jesus, it's taken 45 minutes to get here? God. This game really does become a time sink when you're not really thinking about it and you're just going. I think this is where the previous shrine used to be, because I remember going up to this spot a lot. Interesting. I am glad that the new shrines are in different spots, Because it kind of makes it fun to go to a spot where you recognize where a shrine used to be. It's like, oh, this is where the shrine used to be, and this is now where the shrine is. Let me save before I probably go activate plot stuff. Because I don't know what's about to happen. A fun bit of news before I forget, the current goal right now is another PNG image. And we're very close to reaching at least the follower goal for it, potentially. But, I finally, last night, actually got the PNGs, and they look very cute. So once we reach the goal, I'll put that on. And then after that, we will start the 2D model goal. And I'm going to be tweaking with that for the next, probably, month or so. And then once we actually reach the goal, I'll set a debut date. Which will be very fun. I'm also probably going to overhaul my overlay. Again, between... Where was the cooking spot? Oh, I needed to get sugar. I think I need sugar. This is not the ingredient spot. But yeah, between now and the debut, I'm probably going to do some overhauling on my overlay again. I honestly might... please give me this. I need 2 of them. Yep. Yep. So yeah, I think what I might do is for the debut of the new model, I'll probably do just an overhaul of my stream. Since I think this is a fine start what I have right now, but I think it's very... It's definitely the result of me slowly improving one thing. When I think what I just need to do is take a step back and re-examine what I want to do with the whole thing. Where's the cooking spot? Did I miss it? I did miss it. Okay. But yeah, I want to overhaul everything, and I kept doing it piecemeal, and I think I just need to do it in one fell swoop, and I think saving it to coincide with the new model debut would be a good idea. Okay, Molly. Are you the cooker? No, you're the one who makes the arrows. How about this one? Huh? You need something, mister? Because I'm actually kind of busy. My papa told me you can use ice fruit to freeze monsters solid. What gave me an amazing idea for an invention. Mwahaha. The problem is, I can't go out and pick fruit right now with the blizzard and all. It's not fair. This is the best invention I come up with for so long. Without ice fruit, I can't make it. Okay. We're gonna get you stuff to cause problems, probably. Huh? Mister, I felt a cold breeze coming from your pouch. Okay. Do you have it? Do I have it? No way! What's that stuff you got? That cold jelly-like stuff? Is that white choo-choo jelly from one of the monsters that'll freeze you solid if you touch it? Whoa, wow, it's not exactly what I had in mind, but I bet I can use that to make my big invention. Oops, I almost forgot. Manners. May I please have one, mister? Yes, you can. Here you go. Yay! Now I can finally make my invention. I wonder if that was intentional. I wonder if you could have gotten a frozen fruit thing or something, and that would have worked. I like that they have multiple options in theory. When I attach this to the tip of an arrow, I'll have an arrow that can freeze monsters from far away. Sometimes I'm so smart, I scare myself a little. I wonder what would happen with other materials. You could make arrows with all sorts of effects. Wow, listen to me. With every breath, I spew out brilliance. Wow. Wow. But I should probably stop talking before I give away my best ideas. Anyway, here's a thank you present. You know, the reason I like making arrows, it's my papa. He creates strong bows around. He creates the strongest bows around. He's so strong. I wanted to make arrows that'll go perfect with his bows. All I have to do is keep working hard, getting my name out there, and one day, I'll be a world-famous arrow maker, one my papa can be proud of. Okay, so she wasn't just assigned the task of making arrows, this girl just likes making arrows. We stan. Okay. I'm gonna go back down because I want to see if I can make the stew thing. I have wheat and I don't have milk, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna need milk. I'm gonna actually Google it real quick just before I go. I'm gonna save. Because I don't really feel like wanting to save scum this. I feel like I'll do a better job if I just Google it. Tears of the Kingdom. Prime meat stew. Prime meat stew. Link can make a prime meat stew by cooking together raw prime meat or raw bird thigh with tabantha wheat, goat butter, or fresh milk together in a cooking pot. I swear there was something with tomatoes, though. Best recipes. Let's look at the best recipes. No, didn't accept cookies. I hate that. Why is cooking important? It was like a fish stew. Pepper seafood? Is there pepper in the game? Pepper seafood. It will restore 5.5 hearts, but more importantly, you get 8.5 minutes of cold resistance, invaluable if you're navigating the Great Sky Island in the tutorial section. Bright fish skewer. That's just the bright fish. Sunny fried wild greens. Ooh. If you're with a sundaline and 2 herb. It will restore 4 hearts, but only it'll restore 3 hearts of gloom damage. Okay, I don't think this is really telling me anything. Alright. My bud, he will get back to me later with more information, because I don't have the specifics and I don't really want to waste it. Oh wow, we'll see. More Tears of the Kingdom, yes. We're at Rito Village. There's literally only children around, so I'm very concerned for their well-being, but I've already met a child who's extremely interested in making arrows, so... good for her. Let's see. Was that her name, Tulin? I did not check what her name was. Her name is... Molly. Which one's Tulin? Oh, there's some adults. Lucy, where's Tulin? I'll go to him. I just need to know where he is. This milk? I will see. Okay, I guess I will see Tulin. I'm assuming Tulin is whoever your buddy's gonna be, because I'm assuming they're keeping the same, like, buddy system as they did in the previous game. Can I climb up this? Probably not. Probably not intentionally. Okay. Let's go back to where the plot obviously is. You know I can do it. Oh, it's a scrappy little guy's over there. Hello, plot.
That's not fair at all. You know I can handle it.
I know this voice
Checking
actor.
out that huge cloud wouldn't be hard. I could even do it alone.
Old
If
man
we don't
grunt.
do anything, the village... Huh? Huh? Is that you?
Is that Tara Strong?
It is you! Link!
Hi, little guy. Do we know each other? Oh, look at that little guy! Oh, it's a baby! Oh, he's just a little guy. He's so small and so full of zest. Oh. Lucy, can you look up who the voice actor is for that? I'm curious if I'm actually recognizing them. Teba! Good to see that you're still alive. And apparently delicately wasted. I do not recall that. Link, they told me you were missing. It's good to see you're doing well. Teba! New Rito... I love that it's new Rito Elder. You're the brand new old guy. Brand new old man coming through. Narrowly wasted. Asaki! I remember that character design. Very aggressively female, but like also very cute, so... it's very nice to see you again. You remember my son, Tulin? He's grown taller, though perhaps not yet grown up. I now wanna... This game makes me want to go back and run around in my main Breath of the Wild save, just to see if I can find and recognize some of these, like, more grown-up characters. Like Tulin, Baba... Oh. Well, maybe I would if you didn't treat me like a hatchling all the time. You're so tiny, Tulin. You're so tiny. Christina Valenzula? I don't think I recognize that one. It's that general anime protagonist voice. As long as you still think we can take on the world by yourself, you'll always be my little chick. Oh, he's protective. What, you think I can't? I'm already fully fledged, you know. You're so small, my guy. You'll change your tune when I ace today's scouting trip. Ooh. This give me some Warrior Cats vibes. You can always keep wasting your time treating the Song of the Stormwind arc like it's real, but not me. My god, he's an atheist. There he goes. Listen, you... The fact that you're needing that much effort, buddy, to fly, I think you might need some help. Unbelievable. Tulin wants me to let him go find what's causing the blizzard, and he's having trouble hearing no. He mentioned a song. I heard the song earlier, my guy. It's an old folk song here in Rito Village. Long ago, when we faced a different sort of upheaval, the village was saved thanks to a great flying ship. It's Ladybug? I'm not sure that's why I recognized it, but damn. You upgraded. God, every time I actively think about the Miraculous Ladybug show, there's such a strong part of me that does want to watch it. And then there's another part of me that has to remind that part of me that no, the reason I want to watch it is because of what I've seen from the fandom, which is all amazing stuff. And I know that's not what the show is. The show is not that. The show is a dreadful mess. But we do have Pigeon Man because of it, so... Also, God, Matt Mercer... Learning that Matt Mercer was in Miraculous Ladybug and that he was the Ched guy threw me for a loop. I don't know how he agreed to that, but man, work. Orso claims the song that's been passed down through generations. It's a song for children, mind you. Few adults still parrot it as if it's true. Still, every now and then, you get reports among the Ritos of a flying ship. Combine that with the blizzard caused by this upheaval, and it seems less far-fetched. And Tulin's gone forever. Goodbye, child. Oh, that's what I've been seeing in the distance. I've been wondering what that was. Even if the Song of the Stormwind arc is just a children's rhyme, I suspect that there's something lurking high in the sky. Yeah, my guy, that Sky Tower. I've played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We all know what's up there. It's Rayquaza. But the air is so turbulent now that no Rito can fly close enough to look into it. This is why I say we need to make careful preparations to finding the truth, but Tulin... he thinks we cling to that song out of a cowardice. But these are Rito matters. You came for some purpose, yes? All I know is I was in the air and probably wanted to help. Huh? This is terrible news. So, not even Hyrule Castle is safe. Oh, she's using her Cula Hunter voice. That's why it sounded familiar. I have never actually seen Hunter x Hunter. I'm a very bad YouTuber in that I have not watched much anime at all. Not necessarily prerequisite, but I feel like it's a pretty standard stereotype of VTubers. If Princess Zelda's disappearance and the strange phenomena around the world are related somehow, we Rito could ordinarily love to contribute to your search. But this abnormal blizzard shows I can speak well. He's got a Cockney accent now. This abnormal blizzard shows no signs of stopping, and food's grown scarce. Ah. Wow, Lucy playing Breath of the Wild. I know I need to turn off my Wi-Fi thing, so I stopped getting those updates. But it's been very funny while playing Tears of the Kingdom to see, like, everyone who goes online, Tears of the Kingdom, Tears of the Kingdom, Tears of the Kingdom. It's so funny. Everyone I could spare is already out researching the blizzard or scavenging for food. My husband hasn't been able to leave the village much since becoming the village elder. No, what happened to the big guy from the last game? Where'd Big Chungus go? Is he gone? No. I like the big guy. He did seem very old, though. I wish there was something I could do. Ah. Maybe I'm not the one you want. You should try asking Hearth. My friend Hearth has many sources of information. So, he might already have a lead about Princess Zelda. I'd be shocked. I think that girl is in a different timeline. You see the 2 bonfires all out that way. Isn't that the... Isn't that the Gazette? He's in the lodge near there. We have to try visiting him. Okay. I will do that. My main quest, find the anime child. I gotta see his profile. I want to see him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's just a little guy. Oh, I want to pinch his little cheeks. He's just so small. Can I actually... Let me see. Can I actually look at his profile? I think this is just it. They just always read as new for whatever reason. Oh, he's so tiny. The Rito warrior who once helped Link save the Rito Village, he took up the mantle of the village elder from Canelli to become the new leader of his people. As the new elder, he's under pressure to deal with the strange weather assailing Rito Village. We've got this guy, we've got this guy. I thought I looked at these earlier, but I guess not. I guess it has to load all the way through for it to count. Okay, let me just save real quick so it stops. I hate when it's... Oh. I've seen it. Don't worry, game. It being up there still is like in an Ace Attorney game when you get new evidence and you immediately look at it, but then the next line of dialogue is the characters going, "Aw, man, we should really look at this evidence. Yeah, we should look at this evidence." It's like, I already did. I did a game. You can stop. Stop telling me to look at the evidence. I know at some point I'm gonna need to get more clothing. Lucy, correct me if I am wrong, but I thought you told me, or someone told me previously, that when you enter the Rito region, someone just gives you a cold shirt. And so far, I have not run into anyone who has given me clothing. So considering my track record of missing shirts, if you know where I can get a free shirt, let me know. Because, the current stuff is a lot of money. And if I'm buying something, I'm buying the headpiece, which is 600 coin. Or rupees, or whatever. I like that there's these 2 very obvious markers here. It makes my life a lot easier. Dude! Why are you here? Why are you here? Okay, so these are... There's a blue sweater thing I got in a cave somewhere near Rito Village. Okay, so I just need to look in the caves. God, okay. So I didn't really realize that these were different, because I ran into one where it was, like, chipped just where Hudson's titties are. So I guess, like, these are trying to be designed in a way where you're supposed to build different types of structures. Oh, that's what I need. But the current structure I use is already pretty useful, so... Wait. So I'm gonna get this guy out of here, but man, this guy needs better clothing. This guy should not be out here wearing his itty-bitty outfit. Calm down. Okay, this should be enough. Good. Okay, let go, bud. Thanks for your help earlier. I'm putting him here. He's immediately like, don't worry, I ate the thing that makes me not die. Yeah, we're good. Alright, get out of here, bud. It's too cold for you. He's standing. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Hydrating with soda. Yeah. He's standing. Yay. Give me my stuff. Ooh. Cold weather attack. I will take that. Okay, now where I'm actually going. Watch this guy turn around and just attack me like, ah, the enemy, die! Ooh, hello. That works as a landmark. Are you Hearth? Oh, just your name is Neck. Hey there! You here because you spotted the bonfires? I was pointed to it, so yes. The blizzard makes it hard to see where you're going, so we keep these bonfires going as a beacon for lost travelers. They eat up a lot of firewood, but it's worth it. You can spot them even from up in the air. Though as proud as I am of them, they can't be the skylights set up around that fancy Skyview tower. Is it up there? It's up there. But it won't warm you like a bonfire will, and it's hard to beat for its size and sheer brightness. Okay, I didn't know it was up there. The aliens are pretty incredible to have built something so impressive. Okay. I need to find your friend. Oh! Did they expand on this? Wait, is this the cabin from last time, or is this a different one? There may be two cabins around here. This reminds me of the other one. What is this stuff? Can I take it? I'll talk to you first. Misa. Okay. I found these strange things at the foot of the Hebrew Mountains. They're oddly shaped, aren't they? Done every test I can think of, but I haven't learned anything. Not even what they're made of or what they're for. What did the first one say? They're strange things. I don't know, she doesn't know what they are. Oh, these are... Those are soldier parts from the constructs. Oh, is that they're pretty heavy and pretty sharp. It'd probably hurt if you got hit with one, huh? Well, I've got all this... Well, I've got all I'm going to get out of these things, so if you want them for some reason, they're all yours. Cool. I'm glad I talked to you first. Take these mushrooms, too, if you don't mind. Chill shroom. Often found at the base of pine trees in cold climates, these mushrooms are cool to the touch, and you can be used to cook dishes that will allow you to stay cool, even amid regions. I'm glad that they're putting in stuff now that lets you be stronger in specific regions. I think it's a very interesting offer. What's the right word for it? A very interesting additional tool. I think some people would probably complain that, oh, this is like overkill. We just need more attacking options in general. We don't need it specific to regions. But I don't know. I think it's an interesting specification. Like, they're now putting in foods that make you climb better in wet weather, which is really nice. So I don't mind these niche options. Okay, you are probably Hearth. Why are you lime green? I'm taking your peppers. Goodbye. Link's running in and just robbing people. Ah, yes, the oil jars. Wink. Mild oil extract from plant seed. Oh, it's plant-based. I wonder if it is digestible. Very versatile. Very versatile. Womp 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 womp. Take this and your flint. Both your flints. And your firewood. Yeah, I'm just coming in and robbing you. No. Oh, it's a cooking pot. Very nice. I'm drawing up a special menu for those out scavenging for food or investigating. Ingredients are hard to come by in this blizzard, but we'll be fine if we get a little creative with our cooking. Me looks down, avoids the fact that I just stole a bunch of stuff. With the right ingredients, a little food can go a long way. For example, a pinch of spicy pepper warms you up so much you don't notice the cold so much. We don't have many of them here, but you are welcome to what's available. In tough situations like this, everyone needs to look out for each other and help where we can. Alright, you're probably Hearth. You've got some vibes. Oh, you're focused. You've got a bisexual energy. I recognize that haircut. Oh. Yeah. This is a bisexual, I think. Link, you're alright. I worried after that you had gone... Bleh. I worried after I heard that you had gone missing. What happened? Okay, this is a guy. Ah, so you're looking for Princess Zelda. Sorry to tell you, I haven't heard anything about her. My feathers are full with dealing with a more immediate problem. Everyone from the village has left to scavenge for food or to investigate the cause of this terrible blizzard. And all that has been hampered by the sky monsters that seem to be everywhere. We're spread too thin to deal with them properly on top of everything else. Sorry, bud. I wish I could do more for you. Though now that I think about it, maybe Tulin could help. Ah! Finally, the voice of reason. Let the little boy help. Oh, right. You weren't around for it, but... Little Tulin has developed a way with wings that puts the adults to shame. Oh, so he's actually supposed to be good at flying. Okay. Even in this vicious weather, he patrols the skies and reports all kinds of useful information. His wind gust technique is something to see. None of the rest of us can pull it off. Oh, is it like an echo to Rivali? Probably. Is he descendant of Rivali? I feel like Lucy, you would know. I don't remember if they mentioned anything about... Oh wait, no, literally everyone we met was supposed to be like a specific descendant. Okay, that's fine. That would make sense. Even stern Teba acknowledges that Tulin's skill is a cut above. The kid does preen about it more than he should, but... Well, it's worth asking him at least. I know he's interested. Last I saw him, he was with Gisan and Lysa on a trip to find food. Yeah, I think they're all descendants. Yeah, they're all descendants. That was the point. Every single champion you have met has fucked. And has provided. And I think they were on their way to Hebra's South Summit Cave. That's northeast of here. The cave is past the cliff out front and up the mountain road. There should be a bonfire marking the spot. Find the bonfire at the mouth of the cave, and you'll be on your way to find Tulin. I'm impressed you knew exactly where he went. Is this stuff? No, it's just a weird mark on the wall. Okay. I'm glad they're using bonfires to mark stuff. That's very useful for me, who, is not good at navigating. I'm gonna mark here. Mark here. So this is a good cooking spot if I need to go to find one. Come on. Boy, the lag on these flags is just not great. I'm gonna double check if I got any messages. I don't believe so. No. Let me see. Oh, did I get the recipe? Prime meat, a mushroom, and a fish was the one I suggested. Okay, let's see what that does. Back down we go. We got cooking to do. I'm assuming this is going to use more... This is going to be more hearts than I need, but... I want to see what this recipe does. Save real quick in case I make something nasty. Okay. We need prime meat. Hold. A mushroom. I'll just do a regular mushroom because I don't want like a specific type. And a fish. So just like a general stew. And cooking. So that wasn't super interesting, but good. This comforting dish is made with choice cuts of meat and seafood. Okay. Well, I have it now. Good to know. At the very least, if that's an option. Where's my... Get out of my notifications. Here we go. Okay, so we're looking for a bonfire. I'm gonna need to keep an eye on the temperature gauge, because I'm assuming at some point I'm gonna get to a section where it's super cold, and then I'm gonna have to either eat something or... What is that? Oh, it's a shrine. I have to eat something or bail out. Because I've got some cold wicking elixir. And I know it stacks with the clothing. What is that? There's a keys. Okay. So, why are there thorns here? This feels a touch unnecessary. Unbelievable. What's up? Unbelievable that these huge things are raining down on us. What is happening up there in the skies? Huh? Oh, oops. I didn't expect to meet a Hylian up here. What are you doing in the mountains in this weather? Don't you see how cold it's gotten? Our feathers keep out the worst of it, but I'm not sure how you can stand the blizzard. I'm wearing a cool set of pants. If you go farther up this slope, you'll see the Hebra South Summit Cave. My friends are up there now gathering provisions. There are glowing mushrooms and fish to be had, which come in handy. Oh, that one gal needed a specific fish. They keep a bonfire stoked at the cave arc entrance to mark their location. If the cold gets too much for you, find the bonfire and warm yourself up in the cave. Cool. We've got keys to deal with. I wonder if they'll instantly pop with the fire. We will see. They're probably not going to take much to hit them, so I will not be too surprised. Yep. Aw, dang. Ice Key's eyeball. Ice Key's eyeballs are imbued with freezing power and are useful in making elixirs. Attach one to an arrow to grant a homing quality to the arrow. So I guess if you brew it, maybe... I wonder if it does anything different. Oh. Oh, I need something stronger. Here we go. Alright. Let me fish up all of this cool stuff now. Is that really a whole camp that just came over? Okay. Bye, bud. What's this? A feathered edge is a double-edged Rito sword with a decayed blade. Produces a strong wind. I bet I can dump something. Didn't I pick up something I didn't need? This is about to pop, so I'll drop you. What do you provide? You could use a bit of extra boofing. Anything over here? Over here? And there's you. Okay, let's see what I want to drop. How do I sort? I fuse power. That's a lot. I will fuse you. I'll drop you. And you. Alright, 13. Cool. I want to keep you on for now. I need to use you. Let me just burn myself alive. Wee. This will warm me up just fine. It's like defrosting meat. What time is it? I don't think it's really gonna get better in the morning, so... Oh my god. What the hell happened there? Finally another bow, though. Thank god. Oh, you just had stuff on you that was, like... Your stuff! Ah! Ah! Okay, so the ice fruit was a thing. It's like grapes. Good thing I had that friggin' shield. Would have been completely gone. Those things were flying down that hill. So that's good to know. If I think someone's maybe carrying the ice shields, maybe just shoot them in the back first and see what happens. I guess I tried that, it just didn't work. I missed them. Alright. Here's an important question for you, Lucy, if you are still about. Who is the hottest character in Tears of the Kingdom that you have run into so far, or that you are aware of? Can I cut this? Yes, but I don't think I'm getting wheat from this. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, I was here. I don't think sleeping initially has her health. Yeah, you gotta think about it. I gotta be close to wherever that cave system is. They said there was a bonfire by it. It's a very good question. We need to see who is the most breedable in this game. We got old characters. We got new characters. We got new characters who are apparently old. Teba seems more readily accessible, but Rauru is technically always there to give you a hand, so there is that. Okay. Is that the bonfire, or is it just over here? I think just more pathway up. Right? Yeah, this is just more up. Where's the whole thing? The tower? I don't know where it is. There's a shrine up here. We'll hit up this first. This isn't a very hard walk, and I don't feel like climbing up that whole way right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'll chat with them, see if it looks like there's gonna be a mission here or something, and then go forth, do good. This is a good haul. Okay, they got stuff. Hi. Didn't think I'd be seeing anyone else in these mountains anytime soon, or with a blizzard and all. I'm here because it's a good place to find food for my people. Why are you here? Immediately suspicious, I see. Looking for Tulin, huh? Fair enough. His father in this cave with Gisan. They're traveling for food. They're scavenging for food. No, I'm not going to show you the way. I need to keep an eye on what we've amassed so far. Be on your guard. There's a creature in that cave that hops around on the walls. Is it the Horriblins with their dildo-looking claws? It probably won't bother you if you stay away from it. Good luck finding Tulin. It's gonna have found Tulin. They're gonna be in duress. I'm gonna find that up there and see about establishing a link there. Link needs to establish a link. Who would have thunk? Let's see, there's some footholds, but I'm not super confident it's gonna get me all the way up if I float over there, so... I can probably get to there, actually. Wait, what's this here? How far away is that? It's yellow. What in the world? Is it really far away? Damn, that's an interesting straight shot. Okay. Alright. Let's go fly. Yeah, I think we can get over there. Something falling? Oh, it's just the visual noise. We'll get up there, we'll establish the connection up there, and then head back. Because I'm assuming this cave is going to be fun. And my health is 5. Well, 4.5 technically, I haven't healed yet. which I should do, actually. Where is my mushrooms? Hello? Wait, there was something I had a lot of. What was it? Guess it was not the mushroom. Just eat a raw mushroom and feel better. What is this? Oh, it's a waterfall. That's a long waterfall. I know I should at some point go and look for more of the memories, and I've got marked out where a couple of the drawings are. It just has not been a priority for me yet. I do want to see the memories, though. I'm assuming it's all going to be Zelda's in the past interacting with the King and Queen of Hyrule. I'm wondering if there is going to be a Zelda from that timeline that she meets, and if there might be a link from that timeline that she meets, or if it's literally just the original Zelda was literally her, and then she came to this timeline. Okay. I could fly down to that, actually. I'm actually gonna do that real quick. That can hold. There better not be just stuff around it, because that's just gonna be annoying if that's the case. I am glad we no longer have to climb up these damn things. Which makes it fun to climb them up, because now it's not necessary. I can just do that for funsies. But, yeah, it's nice to not have to be like, I have to get my stamina up really high in order to mount these things. Just gonna get here. Oh, please let go. Do I hear work? Oh, it was literally, like, barbed up. Oh, that's what that barbed path was to get over there. I did not notice that. I just went past it and was like, I'll look at that later. Great. Fantastic. I wonder if the burn mark on my arm is gonna ever go away. It's definitely a bit of a bump now. I don't have the region right? No, okay. So it's like a specific thing to do. Yeah, the burn mark on my arm. It's a bit of raised skin and the textures change, so as long as I don't mess with it, I'm hoping it does just, like, not really scar at all. Taken very good care of it, and it's not a very significant burn, but the texture of the skin did change a bit. Upsy daisy. I do have a ruby. Why? I think I have one ruby, specifically. Ooh, there's a shrine over there. Shlunk. Look at my pad. Service map updated. Okay. Ooh, big old storm. You can fuse it to a weapon so you can keep warm? Interesting. I'll be curious to see if that's monetarily worth it. Because right now I don't really need, I'm not really in high need for, warming stuff, but it's good to know. What is that over there? Is that fire or is that an enemy? I think it's an enemy. Okay. What's up here? That's how I did this part of the plot. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if I'm still in the need. Is there much else in this game? I need to get over there. Is there much else in this game besides this area that really needs you to have cold protection. I'm trying to think, like, is it worth the monetary investment to buy... What? I'm sorry? That's just a straight-up golem. Okay. That just exists around here. Okay. Was it a box? Oh, I can't see it. I'm not close enough to the edge. I'm on the edge of glory. Interesting. That can float up, maybe? Must have been climbing up to the plot. Okay. Do you need 2 stages of cold resistance or just 1? Because if we just need 1, I've got pants already. So I don't need to buy more than 1 thing, or I only need to... This just goes up. There's a lot of pads that just go up. Damn, they're everywhere. Okay, so I will need 2. So I'll need to either sell a lot of stuff or do the ruby thing. I think the ruby's only sold for, like, what, $80? Yeah, I literally have 1. So... Okay. I'll probably check back with the store, see what she was purchasing it for, and see if it's, like, worth the investment. The thing I'd be nervous about with the using it for my second stage is if I accidentally break it. Which wouldn't be great. I'm gonna go down to here, so let's get over here. That's the tower. And this is the shrine. The one to just be warm, and then one for the unbearable cold we need food or potion. Okay. I do have my tonics, so I should be fine. Because I've got, like, I think I have 2 cold tonics, actually. Yeah, I've got 2 cold tonics. One that lasts 7 minutes and one that lasts 3 minutes. So I'm not in desperate need yet, but that'll be good to keep in mind. So the cave was around here somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna pop this real quick. Hello, friend. Do I have any long stabbies? I do. I'm gonna use you, actually. Like, popping them at a distance so that I'm not having to deal with the backlash of it. Okay, now where's the cave? Down here. JJ! That was one of the folks I was chatting with earlier to figure out that recipe. Turns out they did not know it. It was a different friend of mine who knew it. Alright. I'm gonna not have this spear out. I'm gonna have an actual weapon out. Okay, a lot of spikies. I double check if shield jumping is a thing. That's not gonna get me over it. That's gonna be too tall. We're just gonna gently walk through and avoid the spikes. Tread carefully. It's on the wall. That's fun. There's a little rocks around here. There's a little wind tunnel. Interesting. We're gonna save, because I'm gonna eat shit, probably. I know me. I know me very well. Is there the ground in here? Oh, hell yeah, that went perfect. I want to grab you. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the glowing mushrooms. Should I be eating Bright Cap right now? Kind of dark in here. Where's my beat stick? Forget, is the axe gonna work as a hammer? Not really. What kind of rock is this, by the way? I don't know how you make the axe. It's a stone, so it's not a rock, so it might just be too small. Okay, now I get why rocks are everywhere. Let me just fuse real quick. Fuse. There we go. We exchanged rock for a different rock. I don't know why, because it's technically the same material, but I guess it's just fusing in a different way. I wonder if that will come up eventually, like, different specifications of fusing. Oh my god! It's not a hard fight, but it's a startling one. Oh, whoa, I messed him up. It's just startling when just the monster just up here. No, I need that. Come back. Did I lose it? Shit. Okay. Damn. That fight was not worth it. I lost shit. This feels like a trap. Oh no, it's just more of the cave. Okay, did I lose it down here? Right cap. Damn it. I think I wasted a Dizophos horn on that. Shoot. Well, okay. This reminds me I am not the biggest fan of, what are they called? The boomerangs, because when you throw them, you lose them. Alright, where's my big stick? Luminous stone. I haven't found a use for that yet. I wonder what it'll be used for. Flint. Oh, fish is in here. Where'd the fish go? Do I need to shoot you? Chillifil trout. Okay, so this wasn't the Stamika. I need to test out the whole, like, fishing thing. Damn, these things are fast. I'm like clicking wildly. Oh, they literally went too deep for me to grab. Ahaha. I feel like I'm hunting Pokemon in the lake that are shy. I don't have a flame emitting thing, so I'll have to leave that for now. There's more cave over here. Did I figure out how to climb up here safely? I think that might be a good path. Oh, nope. We're not doing that. Yeah, we are needing to conserve the energy, not immediately use it. I bet what I could do is I could throw out a air balloon and light that fire and just go up with that. I think that could be interesting. But I can also climb. I don't have enough. I need a stamina thing. I need to make better stamina things. At the very least, this will refill me. Oh, there's a Bulba. Bulba frog. I hear something flying? I can't get past this, I don't think. Yeah, I can't get past this yet. Alright. We'll We'll go back here later. Let me grab you. I forget if those things can be burned away. They probably can. Or not, I don't remember. Can they be beat to shit? I do have them. Come on. Let's test that. Ah, warm. Okay, so we're going back. I was like, maybe I can burn it. Ah, we'll try again later. Silly me. Well, I heard the wind sound. I was like, oh, I can fly up with it. Oh, that was it. Oh, the bunny immediately left. Okay. I ran into someone once who mentioned someone was looking for those gems. I still haven't found anyone who actually is interested in them at all. I have to imagine someone is. I just haven't found them. Maybe it's the bargaining statue. I need to finish that quest at some point. I'm not interested in finishing it, or at least doing it on stream, though. I might do it... I might almost finish it before stream, maybe, if I have time. And then wrap it up on stream, because it looks like it's going to be really weird. But doing the actual quest on stream is not super interesting, because it's a lot of just me being very quiet and carefully maneuvering. Are you hiding under there? What is... Oh, it's asleep! I was like, what is it doing? It's just sitting there, menacingly. Oh, it's a bud. Sorry, friend. I tried to beat the shit out of you. Oh, my rock hammer. No. I like it. I like going kabonk with my stuff. What is this? Oh, it's just part of the ground. I don't need that. Okay, good to see bombs. That's implying a lot. It's a person! Oh, Tulin, what'd you do? What are we gonna do with that boy? It's just like him to fly off on his own and leave all the food we collected behind. Oh. How are you planning on getting back, my guy? You can't carry that. I don't think. Oh. Well, I'll be. What's a Hylian doing up all the way... Doing all the way up here in such a fierce blizzard? Here to talk to Tulin, eh? You just missed him, unfortunately. Our task was to scavenge food in this area, but we just saw a flock of monsters fly past outside the cave. The same ones that have been sighted around the village lately, in fact. I told the others we should return right away to report them, but Tulin clearly wasn't listening at all. He said I'm gonna follow them back to their nest, and I'll follow alone before I could protest. Yeah. If you leave the cave and head north, you should spot a lone cedar tree on Talonto Peak. That's where we saw the monsters. No doubt Tulin followed them there. I know he thinks he's unbeatable, but he really shouldn't be taking these chances. Okay. So I went to this cave not really for a specific purpose, but it does inform me of the cave itself. And I learned you can just burn these thorns. Oh, is that a right turn? No, it's just the cave. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the outside. Whoop. Damn, it's cold up here. These look like grapes. These are basically grapes. A fruit that generates cold when struck, cooked correctly, and it gives off an effect that strengthens muscles and increases attack power in cold temperatures. That's super fun. Just break my hand in half. Ah. Okay. Something I'm meaning to do today. I was gonna do it before stream, but I wasn't even prepared to stream at all today. I just kind of decided to on a whim. Oh, bud. No one's up here. But something I plan on doing is updating my credit section, because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to, like, put credits for in case people are interested in, like, following the people who made them, or finding it themselves, or just whatever, because leaving credits for stuff is good. But I'm a bit behind. There's some stuff I haven't properly credited yet, and I need to. So that's going to be a thing for me to do tonight. What I'm planning on doing, because... Oh, that almost fell. Because I have a card, but it's not... It's okay. It could be updated. But I have some credits there, and I initially... Well, that's good to know. Initially, when I was putting the credits down for my 3D model, I just made a page on there to list everything, because there was just so many things to mention. Oh, is there a board here? Oh, I can just put this on the board. There were just so much stuff to mention that I didn't feel like that it would make sense to list it straight up on my Twitch page, so I just left a link for it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a couple documents in Google Drive and link them into both my card and onto my About section, just so that people are like, hey, I like this thing on the overlay or on the model, like, where'd it come from? Because I use a lot of stuff that has been created by other artists. So I think that would be nice, and would be a lot more reader-friendly to have everything more organized. I love that this guy still's like, no, I ate the rice ball, that's why my character model didn't change. Just let go of him, man. Yeah, there we go. I love how he had the foresight to put the board underneath it, but he did not have the foresight to actually put something on top of it. You can literally stand on it, my guy, and fasten things down. Foresight is not 2020. Actually, here's an interesting question. For so long, the joke was like, Foresight 2020. And people joking that the year 2020 was going to be good because of that. Do you think maybe that the term Foresight 2020 is going to maybe evolve over time as like a joke for how absolutely nightmarish 2020 was? Though it probably might not, because there's so many people who think the pandemic is already gone, which is not true. And actually, 1 second, I'm going to double check. I don't know if my mic is actually the right one. I never double checked that. I'm going to be annoyed if this whole stream I've been using, it's been going off of my headphone mics. Mic. Okay, thank God. I was like, oh no. What if it's been like this the whole stream, and I've sounded like dog ass? I lost my Switch. Here we go, I'm gonna grab that. Blech. Okay. We're back. Thank you for the money. And the spicy mushroom balls. Ugh, eye itches. And I don't feel like I've thanked you enough. Here's a little something. Puffshroom. A mushroom that spreads a cloud of fine spores when a stimulus is applied. The bitter powder makes them inedible, so you cannot eat this thing. Then what is the point? Alright, bye, bud. I wonder if after a point you get, like, a special reward or something. Probably not. Or maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna be pessimistic. Maybe he gives you a cool thing. What does this do? Wind burst. I don't know what that does. Oh. That's cool. Are you on fire? No, it's just this moon is evil. Just give me more stuff. I'm just gonna kill you real quick. If I kill you during a blood moon, what happens? That was a cool...
When the glow of the blood-stained
I don't need
moon
this, Zelda.
shines
Science time. Do they come back? They do come back. Damn! I should be able to kill you before you can kill me. Great. So I'm gonna need to fix that. What do I need? Cool. So one of them came back. I guess the other one was in the process of dying and it didn't register. Ooh, a swallow bowl. Favorite among the Rito warriors, the bowstring has been specifically engineered for aerial combat, which allows it to be drawn faster than normal bow. Orchi. Finally bows. Oh, thank God. I've been sorely lacking them. Hehe, long stick. I don't think it maintained all of the drops from the enemies. I might have reset it. Not the end of the world, but it's a little sad. What is over there? Oh, it's Death Mountain, I think. Do I need anything? Soldier's Spear. I'm just not a big fan of the spears in general. I can definitely drop that, though. Oh, this is about to break, though. I'll just drop. What does Long Stick do? It's worse than the Traveler Spear. Yeah, that's better. I'm surprised at how few weapons I feel like I've gone through over time, because I've had this since the tutorial. I just haven't, like, lost it. I've used other stuff. Okay. Now, where did Tomlin go? Tulin, not Tomlin. Did it go here? What is here? Oh, this is directly beneath the storm. Let me save real quick, now that we've gotten done with the blood moon. Let's see what he's up to. And we're running, we're running. Oh, it's like a little structure. There's a lot of ice. Oh my God! Cool music. Jesus Christ. Ah! Ah! We're running, it's bad. Well, that heckin' startled me. Okay. So we're gonna go around. Because we're not dealing with that right now. I don't know how powerful that big guy is, but I'm assuming I don't have the armor to deal with it yet. If I don't have a hat yet, we're not dealing with it. These are problems for when we have a hat. I should go to the Rito Village and see what the Sheikah armor is offering, because I like having passive stealth options. I just don't have them yet, and I've invested money into it. The question is it going to be more or less expensive than the cold armor? Probably around the same amount, because it's not as... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I might get up to a standing point and then assess if it's even worth it to try and chase after that. It's 3 a.m. We're not getting over there. That's just not happening. I keep getting teased by stars, and it's just not kind. Like, I swear to God. Is that a person in there? What What am I looking at? Yeah, that's not even viable, I don't think. Maybe I have to teleport probably over there. Where's even that? Yeah, I don't have anything that would be relatively close at all. Alright. Delete. I'm gonna delete this as well. I'm not going after this right now. What other pins do I want to get rid of? Oh, I hope you're still warm. Stay warm, Reed. Okay, so you got fire stuff. Wait. I can drop firewood and just set a fire. You must go. Well, thank you for hanging out, Lucy. I love you. Have a good afternoon. Hope you have a lovely weekend. What am I doing? This? No. Goodbye! Kisses. I give all the kisses. Where's my stuff? Firewood. Firewood. God, I've got a lot of stuff. You. Drop. And... flint. I also need to drop this. Set this here and strike it. I think that'll make firewood. Yes. We're one. Oh. I did not realize I caught on fire. Friend or foe? I think this is a bokoblin. Oh, your shit immediately broke. Well, everything I can pick up? I guess this will be worth the pickup because I don't have this. Alright, well, this is at least here. We've learned. What the hell is this? The hell is that? Okay. Someone else Minecraft out here? I don't think I have to just climb up here, but it'll be fun. Yeah, I do not think Tulin came up here. I think it was just the area he had to come. Oh, he is up here! What's up, bud? The marking on here. Don't worry, Tulin. I'll talk to you in a sec. I just need to climb this tree. Wow. There's a thing over there? I wonder if someone's over there. I think it's farther out than when I've gone. There's that bonfire over there. Yeah, there's a Korok up here. I knew it. I know how this game works. No! Alright. Now we're just walking. What time is it? God, it's nearly 4. Man, the day goes fast. Okay. Oh, shit, not again. Okay. I'm just gonna climb this time. I keep trying to make it go faster and then I mess up. It's so funny, because I've been streaming pretty consistently for the past couple months. And a normal stream length is around 2-ish hours. So when I'm going, I'm like, oh, it hasn't, like, been super duper long. It's been around 2 hours. That's a normal stream length. Maybe I want to go a little bit longer. But then I looked at the clock, and I'm having to realize how long 2 hours is in a general day. And it's like, oh, wow, yeah, like, when you're focused on a game or an activity and you're having a lot of fun, it doesn't feel like a super long time, but then you step back and look at how much time has actually passed, and it's very surprising. And it's definitely good when streams, at least for me, I feel good when I get to this point in streams where it's around the time I would normally stop or consider stopping, but I feel good and I don't feel like a ton of time has passed. That's a good feeling. I'm happy when that happens during a stream. And the other day when I streamed, I think it was Wednesday when I streamed, and I had to stop early because I just was not feeling good. I jump off of this. I think I learned a very good lesson from that day, in that even if I'm playing a game that I like, there are definitely certain activities during games to do that I enjoy, and there's activities that I don't enjoy doing on stream. Like, I love dealing with the depths. Oh, it's another Talus. Oh, I froze. This will probably work once I unfreeze. Oh. Well, we've learned a valuable lesson. Ouch. But from that stream on Wednesday, I realized that I don't really like doing this very tedious stuff on the stream. Because on the stream, I'm trying to focus on, like, what's interesting, what is... Oh, don't punch me. You're gonna punch me again. And the stuff I was doing was just very, like, repetitious. I was doing the same stuff over and over. And it kind of ended... Oh my god. You are so much faster than I was expecting. So I'm not hurting you at all. Okay, so I need it, like, specifically a... No. Okay, so we're leaving you behind. But yeah, I feel like I can approach this game a lot better for my own enjoyment and sanity if I'm taking into account, like, the things that I'm doing on stream. Is this something that I enjoy doing on stream? Which sometimes means I'm just not going to do depth stuff, because that's something I really like doing off stream. I like to just kind of focus in and muck around and not worry about trying to be entertaining or being able to interact with people in a fun way. Oh, he's such a baby. Look at him. Oh, he's such a little guy. I love him. Stupid monster. Link, where did you come from? What happened? You see... That rotten monster took my good bow. Dude, it was gonna break after 2 arrows. Asshole! See? That's the bow napper. No! I've gotta get it back. Help me out, Link? Sure.
Oh.
Really? Thanks. Oh, he said such a cute smile. Did you know I can blow a strong gust of wind anywhere I feel like? I have heard. I'll do it for you too. That way you can glide over to where the monster went. Just tell me where to point the gust and I'll make it for you. Ooh. Aww, he's got a little tutorial. When Tulin's aura is charged, he can create a stream of wind that blows straight forward. This can be used for bursts of speed while paragliding. Oh, is this the... I'm guessing this is the trigger for the... Oh, he's all sparkly. Aw, he's such a little guy. I love him. Why is my CPU at 34%? I'm assuming it's because of literally the everything happening. It's 40%. What is happening? I need to see if I can see, like, a history usage of CPU, because I don't know what's happening. Oh, that's a fun-looking... moon? Sun? Okay, it's midday. What time is it? It's been 2 hours. It's 4... I have stuff to do today that I think I need to probably end stream so I can work on. So I think I'll wrap it up there. But let me see if anyone else is streaming right now who would be fun to hang out with. We've got... Is Kit streaming? I think I saw that they were streaming. No, I do not see that. But Blue Pixie's streaming. Top over there. Let me get over to chatting stream while I work on stuff. Alright. Blue Pixie. Where are they? Looks like she's streaming Fallout 4, so that'll be fun. Alright, let me get that set up. Set up that raid. Alright. Y'all behave over there and be very... What the hell happened? Oh, my cat's food got dispensed. I heard like a crashing sound and got very scared. But yeah, I hope everybody has a very fun rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys later. I'll be streaming... The next couple weeks is going to be a little hectic. But I will stream when I can and when I feel like it. So I hope you guys are able to jump in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye!